Throughout human history, the pursuit of self-mastery has stood at the very core of philosophy, spiritual traditions, and personal development. It is the path walked by sages, scholars, warriors, and thinkers across every civilization. Among the many moral frameworks humanity has developed, few are as enduring or insightful as the concept of the 7 deadly sins. These are not just warnings from ancient scriptures, they are timeless reflections of our deepest psychological and spiritual challenges. Avoiding these destructive traits isn't merely about obeying religious doctrine. It is about becoming the most powerful, balanced, and awakened version of yourself. Whether you are spiritual, religious, or a strict rationalist, the value found in resisting the 7 deadly sins transcends belief systems. These sins represent the corruptions that weaken the body, cloud the mind, and weigh down the spirit. By recognizing and overcoming them, we tap into a clearer mental state, greater emotional resilience, physical vigor, and a deeper alignment with our life's potential. In this video, we'll explore each of the 7 deadly sins one by one, uncovering their true nature, the damage they inflict, and the ways to rise above them and become something greater. 1. Pride. Pride is considered the root of all other sins, a deep, often hidden belief that you are superior, untouchable, or exempt from error. It goes beyond healthy confidence and becomes arrogance, hubris, and detachment from truth. Example: a man refuses to apologize after hurting a friend. He believes admitting fault would weaken him. Instead, he justifies his behavior endlessly and isolates himself from accountability. Pride distorts perception. It closes the door to feedback and blocks personal growth. Physically, it manifests in tension and the chronic stress of maintaining a false image. Mentally, it blinds you to flaws. Spiritually, it severs connection with others and with a deeper truth beyond the self. To defeat pride, embrace humility. Humility is not self-deprecation, it's self-awareness. Admit when you are wrong. Accept your limits. Be willing to learn from every person you meet, no matter their status. The strongest people are not those who pretend to know everything, but those who are always open to learning. 2. Envy. Envy is the corrosive feeling that arises when we compare our lives to others and feel inadequate. It turns admiration into resentment. It sees joy in others as a threat to our own. Example: you watch someone accomplish what you've been working toward. Instead of feeling inspired, you feel like a failure. You begin to root for their downfall instead of focusing on your own success. Envy is a trap that shifts your focus outward and away from your own path. Physically, it creates tension, restlessness, and even health issues from prolonged anxiety. Mentally, it drowns gratitude and fuels insecurity. Spiritually, it leads to isolation and emptiness. The remedy is gratitude and perspective. Celebrate the wins of others. Be inspired, not threatened. Use their progress as proof that it is possible for you too. What you admire in someone else is often a reflection of something you're capable of achieving. 3. Wrath. Wrath is not mere anger. It is fury unchained. It is the overwhelming desire to hurt, punish, or destroy, often without thought of consequence. It is impulse disguised as justice. Example: someone cuts you off in traffic and you explode. You shout "speed up" and fantasize about vengeance. For hours, you remain consumed by the smallest slight. Wrath is fire, and if you don't control it, it consumes everything. It ruins relationships, compromises decisions, and keeps you in emotional chaos. Physically, it weakens your immune system and overloads your nervous system. Mentally, it leads to irrationality. Spiritually, it keeps you bound to past pain. To overcome wrath, you must develop pause, breathe, reflect, learn to redirect your energy, channel the heat of anger into creation, build something meaningful, Fight for something just, but do so with clarity. Mastery over anger is not weakness, it is power restrained. Fourth, sloth is not just laziness, it's the silent erosion of will. It is the surrender of growth in favor of comfort. It's the dulling of life through inaction and avoidance. Example, you know you need to change, to improve your health, to start a project, to have that hard conversation. But instead, you scroll, you wait, you do nothing. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. Sloth starves the soul. It leads to regret, stagnation, and a creeping sense of meaninglessness. Physically, it makes your body weak and unmotivated. Mentally, it leads to self-loathing. Spiritually, it keeps your potential dormant. The antidote is movement. Take small steps, build momentum, create structure and reward discipline. Don't wait to feel motivated. Motivation follows action. Even the smallest progress breaks the grip of sloth. Show up daily, and purpose will follow. 5. Greed. Greed is the bottomless desire for more wealth, more status, more control. It places accumulation above meaning. It turns the pursuit of prosperity into a prison of never enough. Example, a man climbs the corporate ladder, chasing money and recognition. He tramples friendships, betrays his values, and loses health, all for a number in a bank account. And still, he feels unsatisfied. Greed enslaves. It makes enough feel like a failure. Physically, it causes stress and exhaustion. Mentally, it creates obsession and anxiety. Spiritually, it detaches you from purpose and compassion. To resist greed, practice sufficiency, recognize what is enough. Focus on impact, not just accumulation. Give more, help others rise. Invest in things that nourish you. Relationships, integrity, joy. True wealth is not what you hoard, but what you cultivate. 6. Lust. Lust is the reduction of sacred connection into base gratification. It sees people as objects and pleasure as the only goal. It is intimacy stripped of soul. Example, someone constantly seeks sexual novelty, treating others like trophies. Each encounter leaves them emptier, needing more to feel anything at all. Lust disconnects you from others and from yourself. It alters the brain, increasing addiction and dissatisfaction. Physically, it drains energy. Mentally, it fragments focus. Spiritually, it diminishes love. To rise above lust, cultivate meaning. Channel sexual energy into purpose. Form deeper bonds. Engage in activities that enrich rather than numb. Master your desire. Don't be ruled by it. 7. Gluttony. Gluttony is overconsumption, not just of food, but of media, pleasure, distraction. It's the habit of always indulging and never discerning. It replaces presence with excess. Example, you eat well past fullness or binge videos for hours, numbing your sense of time. You consume not for need, but for escape. Gluttony fogs the mind and body. Physically, it leads to sluggishness and health decline. Mentally, it diminishes discipline and awareness. Spiritually, it disconnects you from the present moment. To overcome gluttony, embrace intentional living. Eat with mindfulness, consume with purpose. Fast, not just from food, but from stimulation. Practice minimalism. Discover the richness of simplicity. The 7 deadly sins are more than spiritual warnings. They are deep psychological patterns that sabotage growth. To overcome them is to ascend toward mastery, not perfection, but excellence. The more we strip away pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, lust, and gluttony, the more we uncover strength, vision, peace, and purpose. You do not need to be religious to heed these truths. You need only a desire to evolve, to rise, to become a man who lives with intention, not impulse. The world doesn't just need more men. It needs men who are focused, grounded, and disciplined. This journey isn't easy, but it is the only one worth taking. Because on the other side of temptation and weakness is the man you were meant to be, refined by fire, driven by clarity, whole,